Alright, I think we are back now. My name is G3neziz and I'm gonna show you Pokemon Blue any percent no item underflow. What that entails I will explain in a bit, but for now let's just clear all save data because we need a clean sheet. We don't want anything to do with like save corruption stuff because that's banned. There's a lot of stuff banned in this category, so yeah, we are basically starting off quite normal, I would say. Alright, let me put text speed and animation, and I will need the file name in just a bit, so if you can prepare that, that would be great. Alright, are you ready on time? I hope so. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, the run is starting. This is Pokemon Blue, as you can see. And we are doing any percent no item underflow. And now I need the file name.
Alright, the file name is Cooze. C-O-O-Z-E.
Capitals or lowercase?
Capital C-O-O-Z-E. All lowercase.
Alright. Yeah, it's really important that the file name has 5 characters in total. Not 4, not 6. And yeah, the rival is irrelevant, so we only put A to save some text. And yeah, we are on now. First, we will get the potion because our rival fight is slightly scary because we will be taking this little dude as our starter Pokemon. And usually when we do that, the run is going to hell. I really dislike Bulbasaur as a starter Pokemon, especially for speedrunning. But it is necessary for some glitchy stuff in like 10 minutes. Okay. Since we are not doing anything relevant right now, let's just explain what this category is all about. We want to get to the Hall of Fame as quickly as possible, but without the usual glitches you see in glitch speedruns. So no save corruption, which the actual any percent unrestricted uses. That takes like 90 seconds if you're fast. We are not allowed to use arbitrary code execution, so no A's. We can't put a funny file name and warp to the Hall of Fame that way. And as the category name suggests, any percent no item underflow also bans item underflow. And yeah, that's another glitch you can initiate with like missing no, where you multiply some items and get access to the part below the cancel button in your item menu. And that way you can rearrange everything in memory. Like where you end up if you enter a loading zone and something like that. And yeah, we are not allowed to use that. But funnily enough, the game is so broken, we can beat the game in less than 30 minutes, even without those glitches. And this might be a little scary. I have no potions left and only 11 HP. Growls, not a big fan, that lowers my attack stat, but we should be fine now. Okay, now I wanna focus on my special stat. We got 13 special, alright. We have options now. There are 2 major routes you can pursue while doing this. Either the Pidgey strat, which requires you to have 16 special on your Bulbasaur. Or if you have like 15 special, you can always do PP strats. and that requires you to set up your power points in a specific way. But more on that if we get unlucky and can't do Pidgey strat. That's what I'm aiming for, at least, since we need a third Pokemon in our party, or second for now, in our party anyway. Spoiler, we will have 3 Pokemon in total when we finish. So we're actually catching stuff in a Pokemon game, which is mind-blowing. Okay. Alright, we are walking across Road 1. So, dear host, what are we collecting money for?
Oh, I can tell you a lot about that. I can tell that we are raising money for Save the Children. And Save the Children are working in over 120 countries to give children a future. And they've been working on this worldwide for over 100 years. And so far, they've impacted the lives of over 1 billion children. And in 2019 alone, they reached 144 million children through their comprehensive programming and emergency response. And this is actually a really great cause to donate towards. And if you're not quite, you're not quite ready to donate yet, then I have another idea for you. How about you donate towards one of our incentives? Because right now, in about 2 hours, I believe. Yeah, 2 hours. Let me check real quick. I'm prepared. We know that. Yeah, let's say in about 2 hours, we have the Final Fantasy X run coming up, and we need a name for Tidus. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Currently, we have $10 on Minidive for that. But if you want to name the character differently, then you can come in with $11 and give them another name. So that isn't a great cause and something great to donate towards, then please go ahead and donate. You can do so by typing !donate in chat. Thank you very much. Back to you, Genesis.
Perfect timing, actually. So we are just about done with Route 1. We only got 2 encounters, and those encounters were required, actually. So I needed to defeat 2 Pokemon in order to level up, because I had 13 special after the rival fight. Yeah, I am buying Pokeballs, because, like I said, we want to actually catch Pokemon. And the first one we want to catch is a Pidgey. Since we still have the chance to get 16 special. Not very likely though, because we now have 14 special on level 7. That might be a gamble. But oh well. More RNG, I guess. Okay, what I just did was hard resetting the console, and when you restart the game and do exactly the same inputs every time, you end up with the same results. That's called a RNG minute. And I think I messed that up. I didn't, okay. So with the movement I did and the way I buffered my inputs during the intro, I made sure that I got this Pidgey level 4, which has a specific hit point value. And after that I threw the ball as quickly as possible with a specific manip, that's called a YOLO ball. And now we are making our way through the forest, which is usually fine. But the last attempts I did on stream and everywhere, they just went like that. I get encounters. This area usually has very low encounter rates. And on the tiles that have a flower on the bottom right, you can't get any encounters whatsoever. So we maximize our path to have as many of those flowery tiles as possible. Wow, 2 encounters in the forest is really, really unlucky. Each unnecessary encounter costs like 10 to 11 seconds, and yeah, I'm not a big fan. Okay, getting the potion for safety. And after this fight, we want to see 16 special on level up. If we don't hit that, we will need to do a backup, which takes some time. I will growl once, so poison sting only does 2 damage. We can't get poisoned since we are grass poison type ourselves with Bulba. And yeah, now I'm pressing A repeatedly, like a maniac. Because that's what Pokemon was all about in the 1990s. Pressing A bunch of times. Nothing fancy like Gen 9 does nowadays. And yeah, still feels weird to say Gen 9, but Scarlet and Violet released on Friday, so it is a thing now. Okay, let's check our special. 16 special, perfect. No need for a backup. We are not in red bar, so we should be fine. 3rd encounter in forest. Nice game, thank you. Big fan. At least we can leave now without doing some really annoying PP management. Alright. Now, we want to make this Pokemon Center our new hub. In Gen 1, you actually had to heal in a Pokemon Center to make it your hub. From Gen 2 onwards, I think it was enough to just enter. At least that's what I learned for the Gold Glitchless speedrun back then. Which was my very first speed game. Okay, we want to buy an escape rope. 4 things. And now the glitchy part begins. We want to do a trick called Brock Through Walls. Therefore we can save here when that guy talks to us. And that guy really wants us to fight Brock. And initiates a cutscene where you walk Brock. Or to the gym rather. And that's annoying. So we will not do that. What we will do is talk to that guy from the right side. And now interesting stuff happens. We are in a cutscene state. And whenever we are in a cutscene state, all collision is disabled. And what that does is we can walk wherever we want. And that's amazing. So we will take a few shortcuts now. But before we can actually beat the Elite Four, we need a Pokemon to do so. And there might be a very strong Pokemon in the Cerulean Cave in this area here, which is post-game stuff usually. Let me save real quick, hard reset again, and now I will do another RNG manipulation, and that manip will give me our main Pokemon, if I don't mess up. And this is the hardest trick of the run. Not getting the encounter itself, but actually managing the YOLO ball. Should be fine. Perfect. First try. Yeah, Ditto will be our main Pokemon. Ditto is really strong. Okay, what we will do now is this. We wanna switch around, and I will save for safety because we will need another encounter, and there are Pokemon that can actually defeat us and one-shot us, which is really annoying. Another Ditto? Are you kidding me? That's bad, because I actually need to encounter a Pokemon that has more than one move. And Ditto only knows Transform. Stupid game. That's a first. Okay. Kadabra should be fine. Okay, we will transform into Kadabra. Don't kill me. Thank you. Switch around move 1 and move 2. And since Ditto only has one move, the game is now a little confused which moves Ditto knows. And that will be something we will take advantage of. Okay, we are back in Pewter City. And we'll enter this building here. And now we will walk to the end of the game, basically. So therefore I do the same thing we did earlier to get to the Cerulean Cave. But now we will take a different path and actually enter the Pokemon League. I think I need to do this. Yep. Okay, and now we can walk through walls again, and that's why that trick is called Brock through walls, because you skip Brock and walk through walls. That's how naming goes in Gen 1 Pokemon. At least it's not as stupid as Zelda glitches. Like in Ocarina of Time there's the Master Glitch, which is a really old glitch that revolves around Epona and stuff, and it does like nothing. It's really bad and has a badass name. Okay, let's do this, and let's be Jesus for a minute. Walk over water. And we should be on our way to the Pokemon League now. This glitchy mess is normal. Really normal. And now we will be...
We have time for a donation?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Alright, we've got a $15 donation by Aquana with the comment, "Glad to be helping out this marathon. Excited for Final Fantasy X cutscene remover. Put this towards naming Tidus to Locomon in honor of Crystalarium." I have no idea what Crystalarium is, but thank you very much for your donation.
Okay, we are fighting Lorelei now, and the fight is over. That's one Elite Four member done. Anyhow, that glitch is called the Cool Trainer glitch, and I am taking advantage of a very specific property of that glitch that can end any fight or any encounter instantly. So our Ditto is now poisoned but actually sleeping, and if we hit down repeatedly, we end the game. Or fight. Why am I saying game all the time? I don't know. So this is totally normal and not hard to do. And this is where most runs die. I had several world record paced runs here in the Elite Four, and all of them died to crappy RNG. So yeah, it is RNG how long it takes for the cool trainer stuff to activate. And yeah, it's really fast right now for the first 3, but believe me, it will get worse on Champ and Lance. But maybe not. Okay, here's Lance. Yeah, I don't think we are on PB pace. PB is really bad. It's like 20 minutes and 30 seconds time. But we had a lot of unnecessary encounters on this. So this will most likely not be a PB. Hyper Beam is annoying because our HP bar takes forever to actually catch up. And yeah, here you can see it takes a while sometimes. Okay, that was not too bad, but not great either. Okay, last fight. And time is coming up after that fight when we actually are in the Hall of Fame, so still have a little time. Alright, last fight against A, our rival. Great music, by the way. Sky attack, okay. Okay, that was bad. It took forever. I think my PB loses like 15 seconds on that split alone. Yeah, the Pidgeot sprite is is great. The Golbat sprite is the worst one in Gen 1. Just look it up if you don't know it, it's really, really ugly. But in a funny way. Okay, blah blah blah. Dr. Freeman. Okay, after our Pokédex has been evaluated, the game will fade into completely white. And that's when time is. I will count down, hopefully somewhat precise. But first let's watch our party. We have a Ditto level 55. We have A level 8. And we got a Pidgey level 4 with, I think, 17 HP. Something like that. Alright, time is coming up in 3, 2, 1, go. Why did I say go?
Well, GG's anyways.
Thank you, thank you. What time did I get?
We're just waiting for stream to catch. Oh, that's a very nice time. That's a 22:22.
Oh, nice one. Bad time, but nice time. So yeah, that is Pokemon Blue Any Percent No Item Underflow, a quite new category actually, that has been made up for the extensions leaderboard because, I don't know, reasons. And I think there are only 4 or 5 times on the leaderboard because no one cares about Pokemon Gen 1 glitch stuff anymore, somehow. Except for me and Etienne. Yeah. I will be back tomorrow with Majora's Mask All Songs SRM, which will be very Monka. Because that is not an easy category for Marathon. But I will make it work somehow. And yeah, thanks for having me for this run. And that should be it for me.
Alright. Thank you very much for showing us this beautiful run. Coming up next, we have Space Croquette with with Horizon Chase Turbo Tournament Amateur. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short intermission.